Welcome and welcome back to my channel, Baby Beauty. If you are new to my channel, my name is Juliana. In today's video, I'm going to be playing with the Glamlite Barbie palette. As you can see, this is a beautiful palette with beautiful colors, and I just can't do one look, so I'm going to be doing a different look on each eye. I don't quite know what color combinations I'm going to be doing, but I definitely know it's going to be two different looks because I want to make the most of this palette. I also bought their eyeliner. I actually have one eyeliner from them, the calligraphy one, which seems to be out of stock forever, so I bought the one in the Scooby-Doo packaging, as well as an eyeshadow base. So this is the one I'm going to be using today, and I'm going to be using it, you know, just to see whether it makes a difference, or I don't know, but this is what I'm going to be testing out today. So it is called Icing, and the shade I got is called Caramel. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. It can be quite difficult sometimes choosing the right shade of eyeshadow base, but yeah, this is what the caramel looks like. So I'm going to apply that on my eyes and I'll be right back. Okay, I brought you in closer while I'm applying it so that you can see what it looks like. It occurred to me that you would want to see what it looks like, so yeah. I mean, in the first instance, I'm used to using Plouise base, so I can see a little bit of separation on my lid, especially on this eye. I mean, I've had to add a little on this eye. Usually when I use the Plouise Rumor Base 3, I don't get any separation on my lid at all. But if I use other colors, I notice I do get separation. So I think it might be to do with the lightness of the shade, because Rumor Base 3 is more of my skin tone rather than this one. This one looks like the Plouise 2.5 or 2, which does separate on my eyelid, so it could be because of the color. I mean, it's not too bad, but when I'm applying shadows on my lid, I would have to kind of like pat it on again, just to get rid of any separation or any wrinkle showing on my lid, just like this one. Yeah, I can see. Can you see? Yeah. Before I put shadow on it, I would definitely have to pat it in and reblend. Yeah. But in terms of tackiness, is the same thing. It feels like the same thing as my Plouise Rumor Base 3. But yeah, definitely separating a lot on the lid. One thing I'm going to have in common with both eye is to have a pink kind of like crease. So I'm going to be mixing this and this on my crease. Then what colors I have in other parts then will differ. But I want pink to be like the common ground, because I mean, it's a Barbie palette. What's a Barbie application, you know, without pink? Yeah, my crease is going to be mainly pink for both eyes. Okay, the first pink I'm going to is called Play Day. All of the brushes, or most of the brushes I'm going to be using today, are from Slay Ready Cosmetics. I will put the name of the set on the screen. I can't remember right now, but I know the handle of the brushes are like brownish burgundy, but the name will be on the screen. Yeah, so just patting the pink, especially on my outer crease. Yeah, I'm going to stop just right here because I'm going to add another color to the front part of my crease. Okay, going into the darker pink is called Unstoppable. I'm going to put that on the lower part of my lid. I'm just leaving it right at the corner, just right at the edge right here. Can you see the lid? I'm definitely going to have to blend that out before I can apply any shadow on my lid. Alright, going into this blue-green, I don't even know what it is. It's called Leave a Message. I'm going to put that in my crease here. So I'm putting that right in the front part of my eyes, towards the ridge of my nose. I was actually expecting it to be green, but it's more blue. Yeah, so just dropping that right there and blending into the pink. So where they kind of meet is already turning some kind of lilac-y, but not too bad. The blue is holding its own. And then going back into that pink again, the lighter pink. I'm going to kind of use that. Where they meet each other, I'm going to blend over the blue. And just like feathering it. I don't want the color to change so much. Alright, right in this empty space, I'm going with the shade called Friend Zone. This is what it looks like. So it's like, it's not entirely blue, it's like a blue-green shade. I'm just going to be very careful because this looks like it might have fallout. So I'm going to put that all over my crease and a little bit on top of the light blue as well. So like a in like an oval shape. Yeah, just pattern it into the primer eyeshadow base, and it's kind of like sinking into the base. That's actually really nice. It feels really nice. So I'm just laying it over all the shades I already have, just making sure it's like a dome shade. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. So it's laid over the light blue, laid over the pink. I just want this shade in the middle. I'm also going to take that same shade on my lower lid. Okay, now that I've got that down, I'm going in my inner corner. I'm going with the same shade in the outer part of my eyes, but with a smaller brush. So it was the shade called Leave a Message. So I'm wrapping that on my eye. So basically my inner corner and the front part of my lid are the same shade. Going back to that same color, Leave a Message, I'm now going to blend where the two meets, Friend Zone and Leave a Message. I'm going to blend the two together. And then finally into Play Day, which is the pink. I still don't want to lose that pink. So this is the lightest pink. I'm going to go back to the darker pink now, after I finish blending this lighter pink, because I kind of lost the darker pink. So that's the light pink in. I'm now going to bring in the darker pink, but I'm going to use a different brush because I might still need this one for blending. Alright, going with a slightly angled brush, I am going to just feather the darker pink on the outer part of my lid. So just over that blue. And now I'm going to gently, where the blue and the pink meet, I'm just going to gently blend them together. I don't want it to go muddy on that side, but at the same time I want the pink to be showing. So I think it's going to need a little bit of a purple to kind of blend the pink into the blue. So I'm going to look for a perfect purple to kind of suit both shades. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I'm going to try this first. If it doesn't work, then I might go for this dark, I don't know what that color is, but I'm going to try this purple one first. So the first one I'm trying is called Bestie, and I'm just going to put this on the outer corner. I just need something to make them look like they're speaking to each other. I'm also wrapping that purple just on the outer corner of my eye, just right here, so that that green or blue, whatever that color, the best Friend Zone doesn't stand alone. Going back into Friend Zone, I'm just going to pat that right here where it meets the purple, to make sure I've not lost that shade, because I quite like it. Right, I think I'm satisfied with the matte, so I'm going to move on to this side before I apply the shimmers. Okay, going with the same set of brushes I used because I like how they blended the eyeshadow on this side. Kind of wipe them in a color switch. I'm going to be using the same set of brushes. It might be a disaster, but I think I'm going to go with the purple side for this one. So I'm going to start with this in the inner part of my eye. Yeah, start with these for the inner part and possibly use one of these two for the main lid and maybe this for the outer part. It might be a disaster, but that's what I'm going to be attempting. Alright, patting down the primer again just to make sure that there is no wrinkles or anything in there. I'm patting it over the pink shade I've applied as well. I just don't want to apply the shadow over broken primer because it will just end up looking horrible. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to put the pink back. So going back with that pink Unstoppable, I'm putting that back on the outer part of my lid. And then into that purple is called Dream Life. These shades are really pigmented. Really pigmented. Look at that. And that's like a really light, cool tone purple. And it shows up so nicely. I mean, they do have kickback in the pan, but so far so good. I've not had any fallout on my face. Or there is kickback in the pan. Wow. I was not expecting this at all. Going back into that lightest pink, I'm just going to blend it into each other. Right at the edge. Right, now going into the purple called Bestie. It was the one I put on the outer part. This time around, I'm going to use it to make the dome. So where I use the blue on this side, Friend Zone, I'm going to use Bestie on this side. So literally the same colors, just placing them in different places on the different heights. Just want to get the experience of the whole palette from this look. I mean, the rational thing to do would have been, you know, take it one day at a time to use the colors, but I'm just crazy like that. I want all the experience all at once. So just gonna use it to form like a U, exactly as I had on this eye, and then blend all the shades into each other. Just like on this side, the same shade I have on my lid is coming on my lower lid. It's the same shape on the dome part of my lid, the one I used in the shape of a dome. So this is Bestie. It's the same shape I'm wrapping around my lower lid. Then going for Dream Life, the same shade I have right here is what I'm putting. I'm just wrapping around exactly as I did on the other eye, just using different shades. It's the same kind of like technique, I want to say, or color story. Going back to Bestie, making sure that it's well blended. Okay, just like this side, I am going into this to kind of like give this side a bit of a oomph. Just like, you know, this is like blue, pink, then there's a purple. So here I already have purple, pink, lilac. So I'm gonna have the darkest shade. I don't even know what to call this shade, but that's what I'm gonna put on the outer part of my lid. It's like burgundy or something, but we'll soon find out. But it's the darkest shade in the palette, so it makes sense that that's what I'm gonna use to blend the whole thing. I can't see him making much of a difference to the purple. I'm gonna keep trying anyway. Yeah, it's not making too much of a difference. Oh, I don't seem to have a choice. Looks reddish. I don't know. Oh, that's what I'm gonna put on the outer part of my lid. I think the outstanding thing about this palette is that all these shades are dark and some of them are just odd. But for them to blend and talk to each other, it's amazing. It's really amazing. If this was different palette, different brands, I'll be experiencing a lot of patchiness. I mean, I'm putting dark color over dark color. It seems to be doing alright. So going with that shade, I'm just going to put it right at the edge, so that it looks like the lid is talking to each other. So like I did on this side, I put a little bit of purple right in the corner. So I'm just dabbing a little bit of that shade. Got this, which I'm going to call Wine. I'm just going to dab that right on the outer part of my lid. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm okay with what it looks like now. I just need to bring the pink back. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with the blend. So the first thing I'm going to do before I apply the shimmers is to kind of like clean the front part of my lid. The color kind of went too deep. I don't want it to go too deep, so I'm going to use my powder brush to just kind of bring the color back in a little bit. So just putting my powder on a brush, I'm just brushing that to clean up the front part of my eyes. So when you do get carried away, that's all you need to do. You just need to get your powder. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like reduced where that shade was. Okay, I've kind of put 3 different shimmers on my lid because I don't know which one to go for. I'm tempted to go for the purple, but at the same time I love that pink. So I think I might put the pink on this side and put purple on one side and maybe blue towards the end. I don't know, it's just all the colors are calling me all at once. So let's start with the pink. So the pink is called The Weekend, and I'm just going to put that exactly where it is currently. And right on top of the pink I'm putting the purple. The purple is called Let's Roll. Right, okay, I'm liking that so far. So right in the center I'm going to put the blue. Okay, going for the blue with a silicone brush. The blue is called Vacay. So I'm using a silicone brush to press down, and it's also going to help me shape the shadow onto my crease. That's beautiful. I'm also putting the same shade on the lower part of in the inner corner, on the lower lid, right there. I think I might dab another color because I think it's not bright enough for the inner part of my lid, but for now I'm just putting that same shade in my inner corner. Okay, for an extra oomph, I'm gonna see what this gold can do right in the inner part of my lid. And then ever so slightly pulling the gold to further define my crease just above that blue. So I'm not getting rid of the blue, I just want it to kind of highlight the blue so that the blue kind of flashes more. Yeah, like that. I think I am satisfied with that for now, and then I'm gonna move to the second eye. Alright, for this side I'm going with this purple first, and it's called Let's Roll. Putting that on the center of my lid. I'm gonna swap to the silicone brush now. On top of that purple, I'm going with this lilac-y shade called Superstar, and I'm putting that on the upper part of my lid, just like I did with the purple on this side. It doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Yeah, I think the one I'm putting on the upper part is kind of more cool tone, and then this one is like a warmer kind of purple. So blending those two where they meet. I kind of feel that there is not much of a dimension going on this one. It's kind of too purpley. I think as a blending shade between those two, I might start with this red. This one is called Dreaming Pink. It's red or pink, I don't know. Somewhere here, just to give it a bit of dimension and a difference. So pattern Dreaming Pink, and then I'm gonna put this over it. Okay, in the front part of my eye, and to define my crease, I'm going with that shade. It's called Born Ready. And I think it's lilac. Yeah, but that's what I'm putting in the inner corner. Okay, first of all, applying it on the lower part of my lid and my inner corner. Yeah, it's a beautiful mix of, I want to say lilac and blue. Yeah, that's what I can see. And then going with a silicone brush, I'm going to drag it to the front part of my lid. And then also use it to define my crease. Alright, I think I'm satisfied with the blend. I mean, this is a really pigmented shadow. These are shimmers that stain my hands, not even matte, because I wasn't touching matte. Just shimmers. Look at the stain. It's so pigmented. Yeah, I think I definitely like how it looks. Was this what I was going for? Not so much. I was going for something simple, but I don't know. I'm not mad at it. So yeah, I'm going to finish up my look with water liner and liners. I think it's definitely going to have to be colorful liners just to match my eye, but possibly the same color in my waterline, just so that it's not too much. I mean, it's already flashy, what can I do? But yeah, I'm going to try and tone it down as much as I can, but I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back with the completed look. So this is what it's looking like. So I eventually used liners. I used them 3 liners. Purple as the main liner on both of my lids, then blue on this side and fuchsia on this side. All the 3 liners are from Pimby, and this is what they swatch like. So that's the one I used on both lids, then the blue and the fuchsia. And my lipstick is Sangria from Slay Ready Cosmetics. Okay, for my waterline, I had a little bit of difficulty because I couldn't decide what color to put in the liner, whether to go with blue, purple. There seems to be a lot of colors that would have gone, but I didn't want it to shout too much. So what I eventually did was I used dark pink on the outer edges of my waterline, then I used a light pink right in the center. My lashes are from Pink River Cosmetics. They're a UK brand. I found them on TikTok, and this is the first one I'll be using. Actually, I bought about 9 or 12 because they were having a deal, but it seems to be very nice. This one I put on is very curly, and I'm just going to bring you in closer. So this is the finished look up close. And as you can see, the lashes are really curly, as in really curly, not like my usual lashes. I usually like straight lashes, but I don't really mind. I'm not really mad at it, but it's just very strange. It feels very strange. I'm not very used to it, yeah. But yeah, this is the finished look. Wait, let's talk about the palette. Barbie palette from Glamlite Cosmetics. So I really love the palette because it's a beautiful curated palette. It's just so gorgeous. The shades, the depth of the shades, the variety of the shades is just so beautiful, especially if you're a purple lover. I'm not even a purple lover, but the way it's been placed with the pink, with the green, even this brownish orange here, it's just perfect. But this palette is really beautiful. If you catch it on sale, honestly, it's definitely one to buy. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me and you've enjoyed watching me create this look with the Barbie palette. If you have enjoyed this video, please like it, share it and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you on this platform. And until next time,